In my Indigenous culture, I'm half Cree, and I was given my traditional name when I was like 1 or 2, which is Sainibe. And Sainibe means singing woman. And the elder who gave me my name after the naming ceremony told my family she's gonna sing a lot and she's gonna talk a lot. And that's the story I grew up with, so either it was true or I just lived up to this thing I'd been told my whole life. I'm Christa Couture, I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a nonfiction writer, I'm a broadcaster. I am proudly Indigenous and queer and a mom. So it's true my identities overlap in a lot of places, and sometimes when I show up at events I have to ask, like, wait, am I here because I'm a queer? Am I here because I'm Native? Am I here because I'm a woman? Am I here because I had cancer? Like, what's the thing? Tell me and I can do it. But I think what also happens is that when I'm in an Indigenous space, or when I'm in a space that's geared towards queer community or disability, all of those other things still come with me. And so if I'm talking about being a mom, I'm still talking about it as an Indigenous person. I can't extract those things from my experience and from my worldview. When it comes to disability, I want people to reimagine how they see difference. And I want them to look at their ideas of better, because sometimes when you have a disability, better is not an option, and it's instead about embracing difference. You know, it can be like with a scar, you know, maybe you have an injury and you're like, I've got this thing that maybe I don't like about myself, but there's ways that you can turn it around and perhaps celebrate it, which is what I've done with my prosthesis. I have this prosthetic leg that's covered in flowers, and it was a turning point for me to decorate it, and rather than try and hide it or pass for something that I'm not, which is two-legged, it was like, well, I might as well just like run with it and put a neon sign on it and have some fun. And when it comes to experiences with grief and with loss, finding a new normal, and that I want to kind of wave a flag for heartache. And I feel like in our feel-good culture, in our like good vibes only culture, and like the world of motivational speeches and gratitude practices, it can be really hard to speak up and say, I'm having a hard time. And, you know, it can be considered like a bummer. Like if someone tells you you're having a hard time, it's sort of like, it's a buzzkill. And I want to be the one that says, it's okay. It's okay to be having a hard time, and you don't have to subscribe to the good vibes only. And I want people to stop and examine if they're kind of perpetuating some of that, because it excludes people, ultimately excludes a lot of the human experience. I think I sometimes speak in a way that's like the other extreme, but I'm trying to make a point when really what I want us to find is this like messy middle where both can be true. We don't have to subscribe to either end, but either end doesn't help. So we need to find something in the middle where there's like space for all of these experiences. But definitely I think there's not enough people speaking up for that counter side. Yeah. And people look at me and they're like, oh, you're a cancer survivor. That's so inspiring. And, you know, or you have a disability. Wow. Or, you know, you've had these experiences with loss. And people, I think, sometimes want this really cheery, inspirational message from me. I think sometimes people are surprised that I don't quite come back with the like, yes, as a cancer survivor, da 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 da. Because I know so many people who haven't survived, and it's not about being strong, and I didn't survive because I fought a good fight. Like, I was just really lucky. And I want to change how people tell those stories.